Hello and welcome to EFAP Superchat Catchup for episode 287. Was it 87 or 97? I must check. I'm curious.
It would have been 97, right?
Consult with the
That was
archivist.
close to anniversary.
I believe so, because that's why I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was close to the end. Yeah, it was 297. Ugh, time.
Yeah.
How appropriate with how time got fucked in this movie. It's, the good old Deadpool 3 TVA fun adventure that everyone loved. And we're going to talk about some of the
I wonder when
messages that came
people-
in while we were
I
doing it.
wonder when people think about that movie, do they even remember the TVA was a huge part of that movie, or do they just think about Deadpool Wolverine in a weirdly isolated kind
I
of
think
way?
people have admitted, even at the time, the thing about it is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds' is Deadpool. That is what we care about. Who the fuck cares about everything else? Like, which you know, good
Not the
performances.
writers.
Good
Yeah.
performances.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Hugh. Anyway, let's see what you guys sent in. Twisters was no joke better written than Deadpool. I think I could argue for that, even though I haven't seen Twisters.
Yeah. It doesn't break time and space in all likelihood.
Yeah.
Plus,
Plot.
Twister does no dialogue for the antagonist, so
Movie was like a Channel
Yeah, I guess
Awesome
so.
sketch. Wasn't that bad? I mean, good.
that is an
Oh my
interesting.
God. Take that as you will.
It wasn't that good, yeah. Seattle Awesome sketches have passion and creativity. Okay.
This one says plot was ready, but it was fun. What they meant. Plot was.
What did Reddy get auto-corrected from and they didn't check before they hit enter? Plot was
cruddy, really.
Crusty?
Plot was
The plot
rushed.
was rush. Oh, yeah. Muddy or
messy.
Stinky, messy. It might be messy.
Could be. In any case, they seem to be critical of the plot, but then saying it was fun, though. And you know what? Yeah, that's what we heard a lot of. It was very fun.
Yeah.
That's what we heard, yes.
So fun.
I just finished episode 59 and joined the stream 4 minutes in. Hello, Wags.
Oh, hello.
They had no in-universe or meta reason to desecrate Logan's grave and to mess with that universe. They did it anyways, because wasn't it so funny how he beat people up with the skeleton of a man who heroically sacrificed himself? Yeah, there's no real way to escape it. They shuttle over Logan's corpse. That happened. It was desecrated, it's disrespected. That happened. It happened.
Yep.
You can dress it up with as much as you want, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you did it. You can't make a joke about doing it and then do it and get points for both.
Yep.
Yeah. You did it. You did
You
it.
did
You
it.
said it wasn't going to affect
And it was
the ending,
completely
and it does,
unnecessary.
because canonically,
There was nothing in the story that required that to happen at all.
You didn't need to do it, but you did. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was pretty cringe, wasn't it?
Muller, I've heard you talk about this film in open bar and decided not to watch it. Here's some money you saved me with a love heart. Well, I guess thank you, but I would say I did say among my many things that was said that broadly speaking, I imagine a lot of people will like the film. It's just not something that I would like at all.
Oh, yeah, most people seem to like it, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
can't relate.
What is the best Souls game? Hi Rags and LIK
Hello.
anime. Maybe they're saying I like anime. All right, fair.
I like anime. I like anime.
If that means we're choosing between all of From's catalog, it would be Sekiro, but all of Souls, it would be well, for me it's Dark Souls 1, but a lot of people I think would pick 3, and some crazy people might pick 2. Fine. And there's a few Demon Souls fans out there.
How do the similar in genre games, what was it, Lies of P and that kind of stuff? Did any of those?
Ooh, if we include all of them,
well?
Lies of P is one of the top scoring ones. I really like that. You got shit tons of them everywhere. It's actually difficult to list at this point.
Now.
But people probably want to mention stuff. I think it was Thymesia was one of them. I might be misremembering that. There's Code Vein was one of them. There's pointless me
Is it
doing
Lords of the Fallen?
this. Yeah, Lords of the Fallen
Like
was definitely
Yeah.
lots of, and they all have different levels of quality for sure. A shilling, quarter euro, yen generic currency unit for the timeline multiverse canon event incursion nexus entity anchor being meter gauge dial thingy. Thank you.
Wow, I could explain what that means.
Mm-hmm. Ice Age movie arc when? Don't know. Who can say?
They're making another one, aren't they? There's going to be
They are,
another one
yes.
releases this year, I
But
think.
not made by Blue Sky because they shut him down.
Who's making it?
Oh, I don't know what
You
studio
know?
it is, but Blue Sky doesn't exist.
That's
So it'd be
true. They
like a
don't.
Disney studio, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, not them.
Hee hee, poo poo. I've been around watching you a long time. All right.
Well,
Make sure
we
you
appreciate that.
careful with that poop.
Thank you very, very much. And a pee pee poo poo to you too.
Hey, look, all right. All this says. So, you know,
Will
whatever they
do.
come
I
up
will
with.
look.
Yeah, I'm ready to look.
I like looking. Looking's fun.
After you went live on this stream, Boogie began a lolcow stream in a literal clown costume. I thought you should know. Yeah, that got added into our Boogie coverage.
Was that when he did the Tipples, the clown?
Yes. He lent into
Dipples the clown.
it. Which he said he wouldn't do.
my
He was like, I will not insult my
Yeah,
abuse.
but then the money was too. It's why any definitive thing of I will not do that is just meaningless coming from Boogie because he will. Right.
Because his word means nothing.
His
It is
word
a
is actually
valueless thing.
meaningless. Yeah, it's less than meaningless. If he says he won't
Completely
do it,
discountable.
then it's actually something that he will do if there's enough money in it.
Boogie faked the tattoo. It's a blur on his face now. Yeah, we kind of covered that as well. It's more so
Well,
he
the idea that if
desperately took
you
every
rubbed
effort
alcohol
to
on it really
destroy it.
soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he just did nothing to.
Mhm.
Which, you know, all of that should have been a part of the deal. Like, what's the point in getting a tattoo that no one can recognize? It's just like, well, then there's no point.
Yeah, it had to be on the forehead or not at all.
They should have done.
Mhm.
Oh, fuck yeah, Eminem. Let me have it. I think that says Cockboy. Cockboy. Cockboy.
Cockboy!
All right.
Give it to me, cockboy!
0 out of
Give it to me
10.
harder.
No tipples. There were no tipples.
No, there were no
No.
tipples in Deadpool. Nothing so high quality as that.
I rewatched Deadpool 1 and 2 last year because of this film, but when Wallace said on Open Bar that they were assassinated, I decided not to watch it. Yeah, and that's quite an argument to have to make to everyone who doesn't really think like it's anything but a sort of fun, silly series of films. But like
There
I
actually
just
was a theme.
Yeah.
There actually was a character journey. There were characters, relationships
meaningful.
that grew, interactions. They were meaningful. Yes, they were.
This movie was like Endgame. There were some parts that were enjoyable in a vacuum, but the character and story assassination was strong. Don't know which one is worse. Probably the character.
I think it's
The end game is
I mean,
worse.
it's comparable. It's
Tough to say.
Oh, sorry. I thought they meant what's worse out of character and story assassination. What's worse out of Deadpool, Wolverine, and Endgame? Probably Endgame.
I would say that
Endgame
Endgame
in
has
terms
higher
of the
highs,
amount of
though. There are
damage.
some highs in Endgame, but there
Endgame's
is.
got higher highs than Deadpool and Wolverine for sure. I would
Oh,
agree
yeah.
with that. I mean, there's not really much I like at all about Deadpool and Wolverine, whereas there are like individual things in isolation in
Sure.
Endgame that I think are worthwhile. It's just that the
Mhm.
whole thing overall is a fucking mess. And I would probably agree that Endgame, it's hard for any film really to challenge Endgame in terms of its destruction because a lot of characters got assassinated. A lot. Basically, nobody gets out of that film okay. Not really.
Not really.
And
no.
the consequences of the snap and then bringing everybody back has been pretty dire for like Phase 4 and 5. Whereas in a sense, Deadpool and Wolverine, like it probably should have greater effects, but it will be localized. Everything that was established will probably be forgotten.
Yeah.
Like the idea of anchor beings will be forgotten. Whereas the blip, as much as they tried to ignore it, they still did have to deal with it. It's the kind of thing you can't ignore.
Cometh the EFAP. If you guys' media takes were stocks and bonds, I'd put them in a safe, as they tend to accrue value with age. I like to laugh and clap in the moment, but the word good has weight, and it should be treated so. Yeah, agreed. I will never
thank
call
you.
I do
Deadpool and
agree.
Wolverine good. Okay.
No, no way, no way.
I won't even call it bad. It's way worse than that.
No, it's way worse than bad.
No, and it was the fun factor like completely overshone like any analysis of how it was constructed or alternatives to how they executed plenty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Such a disappointment compared to even the like baseline of hope I had for what the movie might be about, you know.
No, it's way worse than I was expecting. Honestly, it was. I was shocked.
Rewind the interview until he says the right thing. Yeah, we talked about all of the immense issues that come in immediately, but of course, if he was desperate to join the Avengers and fails the interview, he can't just go back in time and do it again until he gets it right. But why? Honestly, it's like a shoe was detonated with a nuke, and then someone's like, "Is the individual lace? Is it like okay?" It's like it's all gone, man. Nothing. There's just
The
nothing
atom
left.
smashed, reduced to atoms.
In a world where Deadpool and Wolverine is a love letter to the fans, yeah, no, sorry, no. it's
No.
masquerading as one. It's like a gross little
We don't live in that
homunculus with a hood on. It's like, I'm for the fans, and you're like, no, you're not. You're a little Nosferatu. You're gonna drink our blood when we're sleeping. Don't do that. I was waiting for the next EFAP and the Deadpool 3 one. I got a surprise present. My birthday was last month, but I'll accept this as a late gift. Well, hopefully it was everything
It's
you were
a
looking
gift
for.
of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite a hot take for us. We have plenty of them per year, and that was one of them.
And we stand by it.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
I'll clean my room tomorrow whilst listening to this. Thought you should know. You helped me with being more critical of media and with chores. Love y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great to hear. Thank you
You
very much.
clean your rooms and do it well. It'll be rewarding. Sure,
Clean your
and,
room, bucko.
for
EFAP
letting us
12
on.
rules for life.
Yeah.
Clean your room.
Honestly, I took most of this film as a joke. It's like, yeah, sure, but what about the drama?
Of which it makes real attempts at being dramatic.
It just doesn't
There
work
are
for me.
serious scenes in this film.
Yep.
I feel thin, like a Mountain Dew spread across too much Unimoob. Colloquialism from Bugo Baglaya.
Unimoob.
The Unimoob. Also, howdy,
I thought
Ragged Frog.
Hello, hello. I thought they were gonna say like Mountain Dew, like poured over too many like waste bins or something like at the airport.
Or
Where
even
he
though
totally
it's
just bought it to film pouring
even though
into
it's a
the waste
movie,
bin.
Bob one could say over too much chicken. Plenty of options with Mountain Dew. The TVA is a microcosm of everything wrong with the MCU. Everything is wrong with the MCU. Nothing working
Everything
anymore.
is at this point,
Just
yeah.
fucked. Farewell and adieu to you massive flea massives. I just read all that out of order. Farewell and adieu, you massives of flea. Gotcha.
Oh, farewell to you.
Farewell. I feel thin, sort of stretched like protein scraped over too much urine. Bilbo Boogans after watching Deadpool Wolverine in the year 2988. The cameos were very cringe. Agreed. I don't understand why Deadpool 3 couldn't have just started with Wade simply getting pruned and then the film is him trying to get back. No breakup. The amount of things this film could have been. They had access to everything. It's the multiverse.
They chose not to. They chose
Right.
not to instead. It's unbelievable.
They made better use of the multiverse at the end of Deadpool 2 than they did with the entirety of this movie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Wow, makes me sad to hear how bad it is. Also, Vanessa, the woman who was going through the extensive effort to do everything she could for Wade's cancer in the first movie. Don't even get me started,
Don't
dude.
get me started on how they
Don't
treat
bother.
characters from the first two movies.
Not fair. They got
Between
totally big-timed,
Colossus
man.
Ugh.
I'm playing with my big friends now, which was like a fucking meme in the first one, and then they become it. There's like no time for the shitty low-tier characters now. I got my cool new ones to play with.
I got Wolverine, which is all I wanted in the first place, I guess.
That. Hi, will you invite Random Film Talk anytime soon? He said he'd be happy to join if he can especially join for Arcane or Rings of Power. Oh
No,
boy.
fuck that guy.
Yeah, no. Maybe we'll think about having him on for those. We'll think about it. How can the Time Ripper take 3 days? What even is a day? To the Time Ripper, I have no idea. It exists
Stop
beyond
thinking.
time.
Exactly.
Just stop.
Exactly.
Stop thinking.
Fucking hell, it sucks. They didn't think about any of it. They're just like, whatever, shut up. Missed the Boogie stream last week, but I wanted you to know that I think his eventual biographical film should be titled The Gun to Gatsby. Ugh. Yeah, wonderful. Hello, Rug.
Hello, I am Rug.
And they said hello to
Rug like Superchat Catchup.
hello to Frankenmibbler.
Frankenmibbler. Rug Frankenmibbler.
That's us. Sorry about the Deadpool going to shit, but why do creators not have the passion for a third film so frequently? Well, it's not even the same filmmaker. They changed every time.
No, so that's not even that. Yeah.
And I presume if you were to speak to Ryan Reynolds, he would say he was very passionate about getting this to work. So
Yeah.
oh, it's
I guess
complicated.
this is what he wanted it to be.
Yeah, apparently. Please share more opinions in videos and podcasts. All right, you got it.
Okay.
We'll do it. We're gonna do it.
It's a big ask, but I think we can scrape together a few opinions.
Can you raise Fringy's volume by 15%? I assume I may have back then. Who knows?
No, but you have to do it now, right?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do it now.
No, you don't need to do that.
I think you have to because they pay good money to raise your chat volume by 15%.
Morley, you sound so understandably defeated, and over this mess of pretentious writing, we barely got into things. Hope this helps. Oh yeah, don't worry about like that angle. You can hear it in the voice sometimes for us when a really like the Arcane coverage was that. I described that as therapy most of the time. It was just so many fans of season 1 basically getting together to talk about how fucking miserable we are about season 2, because it's not about the experience of it in isolation of a bad story annoying us. It's just the death of potential. It's all gone. Everything we thought we would feel, it's all dead. It's like, thanks so fucking much for that.
I love having that feeling.
Yeah, you try and make some fun out of it. That's the idea. Anchor being multiple choice. A, Cosmic Chicken. B, Goliath. C, 30 years of playing video games. Or D, The Dawn. It would be Cosmic Chicken. Certainly not Goliath. Goliath's an extension of the Cosmic Chicken. 30 years of playing video games
in an alleyway.
is much more of it. Yeah. And then the
Eyes
Dawn,
on Goliath.
The Dawn is like the Jesus of the world, so Cosmic Chicken's probably the anchor being to make sure the universe stays intact. I would say.
He does good work here.
How does old age work with anchor beings then? Oh, shut up. There's none of it works. None of it works.
Don't bother.
None of it works.
Yeah, don't bother.
Am I really going to defile Logan's grave for money? Of course I am. It was funny though. So funny. Funny. Watch the end of Logan, then watch this. Oh, funny.
Nope.
Is this movie worth seeing? Also, high rags and nice hair.
Oh, thanks very much. I keep it, I keep myself well groomed. What was the question?
Is it worth seeing? I mean, we consider it to be incredibly shittily written.
I don't think so, but...
However, a lot of people enjoy the hell out of it, and you might be one of them. So,
But maybe it's better to never learn whether or not you are one of those people than to discover that you do love it. Maybe sometimes it's better to not know.
Disney saying they're going to change when they won't is starting to sound like Boogie saying he'll lose weight. That explains the fucked morals. They'll appeal to whoever they think has the biggest wallets, right? Best prospects and stuff. I got dust in my eye twice in the movie because I was associating the character on screen with other movies. The story did nothing for me. Hi, Rags.
Hello.
It's
But it does.
That's
steals
kind
shit.
of interesting, I guess, as a reaction, because it certainly didn't do that to me. But like, I understand why that could have happened to other people.
I think I said.
But as the comments has just pointed out, right, in a way that is actually earnest or worthwhile. It's just like, oh, god damn it. Like, god damn it, you got me and you didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
You didn't deserve my tears.
I mean, I felt that way. The whole after credits Just stolen, man. Like, you don't deserve to be the movie that says
Yeah,
goodbye to the
that
Fox
one was
universe.
that annoyed me. That annoyed me a lot. I
Shit
really
all
did.
over it, and ransack its corpse, and insult it,
Well,
and
ripped its
denigrate it.
skin off,
But
god damn
hey,
it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, but
wasn't
yeah,
that
look, we
funny
had
how that
fun.
happened? No, it really wasn't. No, that was awful.
It'd be cool if you guys talked about the EU petition to stop destroying video games. Is an EU petition to stop destroying? When you say that, do you mean like
What
physical
that
copies?
what does that even
I
mean?
I think it's the Saving Games initiative to make sure that games are like game preservation, something along those
Oh,
lines.
okay,
But I'm
Oh,
not sure
I
about the
see.
details of it.
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, the idea that a company can create like a game and then just essentially kill it and it's gone and there's no way to access it anymore.
Love to EFAP. Thank.
I love the EFAP as well.
Hey, wasn't Vanessa pregnant in Deadpool 2? I don't think so. They talked about the potential for a kid, but I don't think she was pregnant. They were
Potential. But
planning
yeah, I
on.
guess that didn't happen though.
Remember, they really
afterward.
wanted to be parents. He really wanted to be a father. That was like
Yep.
an important part of the plot.
No, he wanted to be an Avenger.
Uh,
Even though he thought the X-Men sucked. He thought the X-Men were cringe. But he wanted to be in the Avengers.
Deadpool and Wolverine did have its gaping problems, but I did like it. Yummy schlock. Alrighty.
It was disgusting schlock,
okay.
but all right.
This movie has him question whether it's appropriate for him to be killing the female assassins. Is it sexist to hit you or more sexist not to hit you? That was,
The line is real blurry as he's getting his gun and just
Yeah.
cocking it as well. That's what makes
I mean,
the
it's
joke.
it is a microcosm of a larger issue, but it is the only Deadpool movie that does not have a booby in it.
ooh. EFAP should go back and watch Equilibrium to get the taste out of their mouth from this one.
That's a fun movie.
Funky movie, that one.
That movie is fun. Gun Kata.
Yep.
It's a funny movie. Yeah, I like it.
Mauler, Omega level means you're OP in a particular way, like Iceman, Storm, Magneto, and Apocalypse, but Quicksilver is not, even though he is faster than all of them and could snap all of their necks. Interesting. So Omega has to be like a very unique, powerful person. Like almost no other mutant has the power, unique, specific one.
Okay.
You'd think there'd
I
be more
suppose
than
the
one
thing is
that
that
could
I
freeze.
find you would think
Yeah.
so, but I suppose that kind of my problem with the idea of ranking like mutant abilities is that it seems kind of like difficult to have a consistent standard when by nature like the mutations
They
are
have to
very
be broad
inconsistent.
categories.
Like
Because
like, for
SCPs
instance,
are
if you
kind of
say, like,
ranked into
Rogue,
different
for instance.
categories, but they're broad categories
Mhm.
based off of like the potential for their effects and things of that nature.
I guess maybe like a way that it's like if you were to talk about Rogue, it's like, well, Rogue is like incredibly powerful, then a specific like
Yeah.
but with like a big asterisk. It's like, well, yeah, you are really powerful in the sense that like you can take the powers of other mutants, but with a trade-off as well. Like Storm is an easy one. Storm is obviously like a fucking OP, like super powerful mutant. And then like Wolverine is obvious, Magneto and Charles as well are like obviously very powerful. But then when you look at Cyclops, it's like, well, what exactly? How do we rank like you shoot lasers out of your eyes perpetually? That's a bit harder to sort of classify.
Is he Omega?
I don't see that he could be, but maybe he is. I don't see that he would be though.
Well, I mean, if
Or like
if
Gambit,
Iceman
like
is
where would
Omega,
Gambit sort of sit, right?
I feel like if
Yeah, but is
Iceman's
that
Omega,
to do with
then
like Iceman being able to turn into ice and then get like super duper strong, you know? Whereas it's like shoots lasers out of his eyes. That's his ability.
What if he shoots a laser
Um,
down to the core of the planet and he just stares downwards?
I wonder if he did that for a while, how far he would get.
I'm looking at
I'm not sure.
Omega
I
level
guess,
mutants,
yeah.
and it says Omega power, as in like what gets them the categorization. For Iceman, it's temperature manipulation. What gets
That's
him in?
not that big of a deal necessarily.
It just that feels a little.
Well, it could be, right?
That feels like something that's a little. I mean, I don't want to say generic, but generic in a way. He makes ice or he
Also,
makes fire.
in a
Yeah.
sense.
there's two called Strife and Exodus,
I mean,
and
his-
they're listed as the reason they're in here is they both have telekinesis. Like, well, surely it's got to be a powerful telekinesis that gets you in, right?
Yeah. It's got to be super
You would
powerful.
think
Like I
so.
can pull the moon into the earth or something.
Yeah, because like Jean in X-Men 1, her telekinesis sucks, but obviously by the time she's Dark Phoenix or something, it's like, well, yeah.
But Phoenix, yeah, is crazy. Like she's super ultra powerful. I guess that's the nature of it, though. That's almost why I find a ranking system like odd, because when you have someone like Magneto, it's easy. Obviously, he's like Omega level if you want to have a level, because like he can control metal. That's like an amazing power, always, constantly. But like,
Mhm.
you know, the idea of I don't know if you took like what does it mean to rank like Kitty's powers? Like you can go through walls and floors and stuff. It's like, well, in a certain sense, that's amazing because invulnerable potentially. Is that what
But
it
it
would
also means
be
very small
considered? Though?
scale and
Exactly.
it's like even
It
shape-shifting is
means
like that's
it's
one of
very
those low tier
localized.
By the way,
powers that
Professor X
you
isn't
can
on
do
this
It
amazing
has
list.
things with.
amazing implications.
He's got to
Which
be a
is
level above then.
that's what I mean. It's like you would. I thought Omega was the highest.
Omega's the highest, yeah, or at least,
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
well, interesting. Maybe this list is incomplete. It's on the like X-Men wiki, but it doesn't have. Oh no, Jean Grey is there, but she's listed as Marvel Girl. Why isn't that?
What? Marvel Girl level?
Huh.
That's
No, I mean
indestructible.
it says
Unstoppable.
alias Marvel Girl. This is just comic stuff I don't know
Oh.
about, but I would have thought they'd have. You'd need Dark Phoenix here, right? It's like she's the most powerful mutant of all time.
She's the most powerful. Yeah.
Maybe this is just an incomplete list, but
As
I would have
Apocalypse,
thought.
you're there, right? As Omega level.
Who? Sorry.
Apocalypse.
He's
He
like
would have to be,
N
right?
Saba Nur, I think is his name, and he's not in here now. But I know that
okay,
he
now I'm
is
very
considered
confused.
Omega. But yeah, I just googled it. Professor X is not considered an Omega level mutant. That's kind of amazing to me, honestly.
That's crazy, considering how powerful he is when he's got Zero as well. He can like control the minds of like anybody anywhere.
The explanation from some fans is his power has an upper limit, and his greatest feats have required Cerebro.
Well, I get that maybe as like a thing of, well, how powerful should you be considered if you need a massive like supercomputer device to augment your abilities, but at the same time you figure that he'd be up there.
This is interesting. Someone said Xavier's mantle as the world's most powerful telepath is a misnomer because he is the best telepath. He's very skilled in how he applies his power, but and can accomplish very, very subtle feats a lot of powerful telepaths can't. But Omega telepaths, on the other hand, can keep raising their bar. So apparently, to be Omega means like you can just almost keep powering up more and more. There's no.
I see.
But I mean, I thought that was kind of. I mean, I guess it depends on the continuity, but like, if you go by what we saw in Logan, it seems that his power can get crazy,
Yes, exactly.
And then of course, because it says like there are upper limits, and it's like, well, I mean, if there's no metal, Magneto's fucked. Or well,
that's true.
If it's movie Magneto, he is. Some people have said like the highest level he is with the comics and stuff, he can always tear the iron out of you, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, yeah, when you read off
Earth.
his list of powers, it's more than just controlling metal. It's a whole bunch of things, magnetic fields of like like electromagnetic energy and stuff like that.
He's got more powers in the comics than he does in the movies, which was probably a good decision in terms of nerfing him a bit. I think
it was a good decision. Yeah, I think you need to nerf him because he's already powerful enough as is.
Appreciate you, Massives. Keep up the great work. Will do.
You bet. Will do.
Thank you.
Pretty sure the leg was grabbed with them with the magnet. What would this be regarding?
The leg was grabbed with him.
With the leg they escape on.
The thingy.
Would have been something.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, right.
Well,
yeah.
it was never going to matter. That thing was incredibly convenient, no matter what. There's no way you can just making that not convenient is almost impossible. It's kind of hilarious in the way that it just sort of works for him. Because it's more than just where it is at the time or where it came from. It's what it is, the fact that it functions, the fact that they hit it in the way that they do it. It works perfectly for what they need, and the fact that Eliath probably could have gotten them anyway. But then you find out later that she didn't want Eliath to get them, right? She wanted to play with him or something. I fucking can't track anything in that movie.
And also that she can even make deals with Eliath anyway.
It's so stupid. Give him all of the package and give it to him raw. Rings of Power,
like a good raw
season
package.
3, maybe? The Honda jokes hit kind of different for me since I work at a Honda factory. Alright.
Hondas are fun.
Okay.
Haven't seen Deadpool Wolverine
Yeah, I
yet,
guess
so I'll be sitting this one out until the re-upload, but you dumbos shouldn't be sitting out of playing DDLC. Do it.
DDLC.
The Dulka. Not that it fixes anything, but I'm pretty sure the leg got grabbed by the magnet with them, and that's what Deadpool says fuck to. Yeah. Again, it's really one of the bazillion problems.
Yeah.
That really only kicks the can down the road anyway. It's like, instead of it just randomly appearing to help them there, it randomly appeared when they were arriving to then be moved to... And if it was grabbed by the magnet, why did it end up where it was, if you remember? It's on the other side. It was close to, like, her little staircase, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to go and check that, because I ain't fucking watched this movie ever again, never mind. Juggernaut... Juggernaut isn't a mutant, he gets his powers from an artifact.
Oh.
Alright. I know nothing about that.
Who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Legendary Vinnie Jones.
That's such a shit movie.
Yes, it is.
X-Men 3. God damn it.
Hey man, there's like 1 or 2 scenes in it. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but...
Remember when bad movies used to have at least 1 or 2 good scenes in them that you could be like,
remember,
okay,
remember when a bad movie was a 3 out of 10 instead of like a 1?
A 1?
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Gondor calls for aid. Peak fire, bro. Oh yeah. Man, I'd be curious, wouldn't it, if the Lord of the Rings trilogy came out today?
Because the fires were on the peaks of the mountains.
Yeah, just how people would talk about it.
That's right. Yeah.
I wonder if it would blow the world away. I feel like it would.
If it came out today, I think people would be stunned at like how quality it was.
I think so too.
For like a major production.
And the fact that it's a trilogy being Fellowship would blow everyone away, Two Towers building us really far up. It would be like an amazing event to go and see Return of the King, and what a film to see with that kind of expectation.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much described as the anti-Big Bang in Loki, though its on-screen portrayal is not consistent with that at all.
The anti-Big Bang.
I don't even want to... I don't even. I just...
People are like, oh, it's described as the anti-Big Bang. And you're like, okay, we'll pretend we even begin to know what that means or what that implies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you think Welsh Pool has a Welsh accent? I hope so. It would have been nice, like I said, if he got
Did he have no speaking roles in the...
No, he didn't speak.
Did he not have lines?
I think someone mentioned there's a deleted scene where he speaks. So
Oh, okay.
Literally Safe Edgy the movie, featuring aging actor 1 and 2. Also, where did Raggers go? Was gone by that point.
Yeah, I had to do something. It was important to pull me away from EFAP, but
yes.
Safe Edgy, excellent way to describe it. Safe Edgy.
Safe Edgy sucks. If I remember, I could have sworn there was like one joke that was considered not Safe Edgy, but I can't remember which one it was. I remember agreeing with that on a podcast, but I've completely forgotten which one.
Oh, it was the Blade one.
Ooh, that could be. Yeah, I think an argument
Blade.
Could be made that is a bit edgy because that's literally like at that point was a tumultuous production behind the scenes thing. And one can read it. Safe Edgy would just be Wesley Snipes saying he's the only Blade, or you can read it more edgy, which is those fuckers don't know what they're doing with Blade and it's never gonna work. Like that, I prefer that latter interpretation.
Well, the nature of the criticism that could be offered of the MCU is never going to be particular. Because remember, the joke of like, oh, it's been bad. It's like, the implication is the bad stuff is behind us. That's easy and safe.
Well, and because
to be like, all the bad stuff is behind us. It's all uphill.
And you're laughing along with the audience who agrees with you anyway.
When they announced,
like you only have to gain from it.
Mahershala Ali to be Blade. I think everyone was like, "That's a cool casting choice." Yes, I could see that. Yep, everyone was like, "Yeah." Nobody was saying,
Yeah.
"You can't do that. You can't be Wesley." It's like, no, that's more of a meme in the film, but there is as we know now, it's pretty much done. Like the concept of a fucking Blade movie. We'll see what happens, but that's what I mean about the difference in the style of jokes. That one felt like maybe yes, that one is a bit more edgy of them to do, which you would have liked more of those.
It is a bit more edgy. But, yeah, we can't be doing any of that because it can never be too mean or too critical. It is Disney. It is a Disney film. It is made entirely by Disney. So, yeah, no edginess allowed.
Maybe incursions will actually mean something after all. No.
Nah, I wonder if they'll even call them that in the whatever the Avengers movies are going to be about. Like, they'll even use if that's like even going to be a mechanic, or if they'll introduce some new mechanic that explains what's happening. Explain quotations.
The MCU officially hit terminal 7th stage cancer. Press F to spit on its grave. Ooh.
Terminal 7th stage cancer.
Deadpool's in
The
the same...
cancer's getting cancer.
Yeah. Deadpool's in the same universe as the Logan movie, that's in the same universe as the X-Men movies. Deadpool is also in the same universe as the Avengers now with Logan. It destroys old movies. It's a calamitous affair.
Yeah.
It just completely bucks the idea of continuity. You can't possibly deal with this in any reasonable way. It's just like it's completely destructive. And it's designed, I think, somewhat for you to just be like, just enjoy seeing them playing those people. You're like, okay. That's that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a regrettable situation, and we're gonna see the repercussions of it for a long time. You can bet your ass Hugh Jackman Wolverine will be coming back many, many times. And hey, haha, they made fun of that.
Yeah.
Remember he said till you're 90? Haha.
Yeah, but they'll actually do it.
But they're gonna do it, and that's what that was them
Do it.
doing it
You'll
already.
go to the theater and see it.
Yeah.
So we have a Yu-Gi-Oh card of the day.
Ooh, how
it's
exciting!
called number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
The fuck?
Mouthful of badass because it's so cool. Ha! Let's
Lord.
Number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. That's like that. It's like an ad lib. A lot of these cards are just ad libs. Okay, 2 level 8 monsters. Once per turn, when a spell card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and if you do, attach that card to this card as material. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 material from this card, change the attack target to this card, and perform damage calculation. If a face-up Xyz monster on your monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 face-up Xyz monster you control. It gains attack equal to one of those destroyed monsters' original attack.
All right.
All right, that's a lot of stuff happening that you could do and things.
That's a great name.
Number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy.
Yeah, I think that it just rolls off the tongue so easily that it can just sort of see it working real well. But they also, and I even recognize this card. I think I briefly played Yu-Gi-Oh, very briefly. They said, "Did you know that Movie Bob actually has a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Just Desserts?"
Yeah, classic Just Desserts. Inflict 900 damage to your opponent for each monster they control.
Trap card.
This is my trap card.
Beautiful. And that
But
wraps
these are not
us
his.
oop on the messages.
Yeah. Oh. Well, fair enough,
boy.
I suppose.
Thank you so much for sending them in. We appreciate it. And I suppose
Yes, thank you very
now
much.
we shall say goodbye. Thank you, and we'll see you next time, whatever it may be.
See you later,
Beep.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Video.
Goodbye, toodaloo.